Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video. The topic of today's video is you're making it so hard on yourself. So stop it. You don't do that though, right? You never make things hard on yourself, right? Everything comes like just real easy. You're all in the flow. We're just chilling over here. Never any stress, any anxiety, depression, overwhelm. You never get any of that, right? I know, me neither, right? Why are we even doing this video? Oh man, the resistance that we create in our lives and how we make things hard on ourselves when they really don't have to be. So the question I'll start today's video with is, how much resistance do you create for yourself in your own life? How much resistance do you put up for your own or against your own manifestations of things that you're creating in your life? How much harder do you make it on yourself? Or are you aware of how much harder you're making it on yourself? The answer to the question, I would say, would be look at your emotions, your feelings on a day-to-day basis. So are you consistently and constantly overwhelmed, exhausted, fatigued, anxious, depressed, confused, lost, anything but present and relaxed and chilled out and trusting? Is a good indicator that you're creating stress in your life. You're the one creating the resistance that's blocking a lot of what you're trying to create and attract into your life. We are the ones that do that to ourselves. Sometimes we don't even know. So again, a good indication for you would be, after I've asked you that question, how much resistance are you creating in your life, is look how often you are stressed out, exhausted, fatigued, depressed, etc., etc. That is a great indicator as to how much resistance you're putting up in your own life. Because the truth of our lives is we are actually here to have the most chilled out, easy, flow, joyful, loving, abundant, safe, healthy experience in the human form. That's what we came down here to create for ourselves. What's that, you say? Man, you're full of crap, Pierce. You don't know how difficult my life is. You don't know what I've been through or how hard I have it right now. I don't. But that's why I'm making this video, is for you to become aware of the powers of creation and the autonomy and agency you have over your life. So if your circumstances are less than desirable right now in one or more areas, and they usually are because that's how we're wired as human beings, but you're super stressed out and exhausted. To me, that's the real one. If you're just burnt out, you're fatigued, your nervous system's on overdrive, you can't go to sleep without having a drink or smoking a bowl or whatever, doing some kind of drug or scrolling nonstop or eating a bunch of crappy food and sugar, whatever it is, that thing that you need to help calm yourself down, it's a good indicator that you've created a lot of resistance in your life. So this comes from what I've realized, and something I've been really practicing and leaning into and starting to really study also, is this art of letting go, the art of surrender, the releasing of attachment to the outcomes and the things that I am creating and desiring in my life. So the realization I came to, and what I pose to you, is I'm creating a lot of resistance in my life because in other words, the more I want something, the more I'm working really hard and like pushing myself and consistently stressed over instead of allowing things to happen, the more resistance I'm creating in my life. So an example is, the more I want to attract the right woman into my life, the more I want that, the more I'm like, man, I really want to, find the right girl. And I'm gonna go on all the, dating apps and stuff. I don't go on dating apps, but I'm just using an example. Oh man, the more I go on dating apps and I go to these, mixers, and I'm approaching all these girls, and I'm really getting out there. I'm actually creating a ton of resistance rather than just relaxing, having the picture of my mind of the relationship that I would like to have, and then just going about my day trusting that I'm gonna meet the right people, I'm gonna meet the right potential partners, I'm going to be in the right situations. I'm going to be where I'm supposed to needing to be and allow that to flow. The more I try, I'm actually creating resistance and pushing away the ideal partner that I'd like to have in my life. Or the same with money. The more I really want that raise, or in my case, I really want to work for myself and I got to do this, I'm creating that resistance. You can even see it in the way, I say it like that because it's true, right? We're like, oh, I got to make this happen. I got to do this. Like just that energy. Is that peaceful? Does that seem like it's peaceful to you the way that I was being? Does it seem like I'm in the flow and trusting in the universe and relaxing and just like, yeah, it's all good, man. It's going to happen. I was trying to grind, trying to really do it the old way. But we're not about that anymore. It's about now being in alignment. And so, of course, please don't take it out of context, as I've always said. It doesn't mean you sit back in your room and do nothing all day and it falls in your lap. It might. What it is it's aligned action. It's getting into the right state of relaxation, of trust, of inner peace, of chill. And then in that state of inner peace, of relaxation, of centeredness, of calmness, of safety, of security, then we'll get a download and say, oh, I'm supposed to go here today. And then you take the aligned action. But the more you really push and try to force things, right, the farther away that which we're trying to attract manifests. This is what Alan Watts calls the backwards law, right? This is, the more you try, the farther it gets away. Or as I think it's Lao Tzu, and I've quoted this before, the less you do, the more you get done. That's where that saying comes from. And again, don't take it out of context. It's not literal, or it's kind of literal and kind of not, right? It's one of these kind of esoteric, kind of intangible things. But when you're there, but it can be hard to describe or get yourself into that state. That state is flow. And that's what this is about today. Are you in a state of flow or creating resistance, a state of resistance, a state of stress, a state of anxiety, a state of pushing, a state of pulling, a state of like, punch it in the face till it happens? Or are you in a space of relaxing and trusting and chilling out? And then we take the aligned action in that state. That's where we're trying to get to. The more we let go, because that's what this is really about, the more we let go, the more we surrender and accept and allow things to flow, the easier and more synchronistic our lives become. We are here to create an incredible life for ourselves and serve others. Serve ourselves and serve others. Serve ourselves by serving others as well. The more we really push and resist what is being presented to us in our lives, the farther away it gets. We've got to let go and surrender to what's presenting itself in our lives at the moment, and trust that this is where we're supposed to be and this is leading us to the next step. It's easy when good things are happening when we're in this state. It's very challenging, extremely challenging when you're in some less than desirable circumstances. You're broke, or you're unhealthy, or you're suffering from disease, something in your body, or with your love life, right? All these things. It's very easy when things are good or happening. When it's not, that's when it's difficult to trust and go, there's no way I'm getting closer to what I want. Look how crappy this situation is. But when you can be trusting, peaceful, and centered when you're in less than desirable circumstances, that is the real juice. That is the real power of manifestation. Then you're really getting it, because you're accepting what's presenting itself and surrendering to the moment. That's when the magic really starts flowing. You start really gaining some insights. Your synchronicity really lines up because you're understanding the universal laws of detachment, of resonance, of frequency, of vibration. You're not creating the resistance. You're allowing flow and surrender to guide your life. The God force, whatever that is for you, the all that is, whatever it is to you, whatever God is to you, he, she, it, her, him, etc., whatever. That life force that grows all the plants without even trying, that is growing your hair when you're sleeping and keeping your lungs breathing when you're not awake. That life force is flowing through us. When we allow ourselves to relax and be in a state of peace, of ease consistently, that's when the resistance goes away. And when that resistance goes away, that's when we easily attract, create, line things up in our lives, and things begin to flow. So if you are in a state consistently of emotional turmoil, of stress, anxiety, etc., that I've said during this video, you're creating a lot of resistance in your life. The opportunity for you and me both is to learn to relax, to learn to get ourselves in a state of receiving, which is a positive, relaxing, chilled out vibration. And again, I understand that when external circumstances are hard, that's when it's most difficult. But when you can practice pausing in the moment of chaos and the moment of sadness, of grief, of anger, etc., and you can center yourself and calm and inhale, give yourself a little woosah moment and let go by accepting and surrendering to what's presenting itself and get in that state of ease and flow. Oh man, you're really turning the gears and the universe is really working in your favor. Now you have a tidal wave of positive momentum coming in for you. You're riding that wave right to the shore of your manifestation. But it's up to us to release the resistance by getting ourselves into a peaceful, relaxed state consistently over and over. The more we are in a consistent, relaxed, joyful state, that's when we know our manifestations are coming in and we're releasing the resistance in our lives. And that's what we really have got to do. It's difficult, man. Trust me. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I really want to work for myself. I gotta do all this stuff. And I'm just making myself tired. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, man, my approach is so wrong. And so, or it's not wrong. I'm not wrong for it. And it's not wrong. It's a learning opportunity. Through my reflection and self-study, I'm like, dang, I'm creating all this resistance in my life. Why? My job is just to chill out. What would make me happy right now? I'm sitting here stressed out. Let's go to the gym and work out. That's what feels good. Let me go and run my freaking butt into the ground so I'm huffing and puffing. I'm okay. Oh my gosh. All that stress, go away. Now I'm just chilling. I'm in a joyful, relaxed state, which is how we're meant to be as human beings. So if you're not in a chillful, relaxed state and you're in an anxious, overwhelmed, tired, that's a big indicator. Fatigue, overwhelmed. Your central nervous system is at its wit's end. You're just like redlining it on your car and your engine's about to burst. That's what it feels like when your central nervous system's ramped up, when you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you're depressed, you're not centered. You'll know because you'll be in a state of surrender, relaxing, letting go, peaceful centeredness. That is the state of receiving. That is the state of manifestation. That's when you're in the gap, in the zone. When you're sitting there doing something and it feels like 10 minutes and 4 hours have gone by. That's what you're looking for. That's what we're here to practice getting into, is that receiving state. So some stress or challenge is necessary for growth, but we have a tendency to be at war with ourselves and overdo it because of the aestheticism. I believe I'm saying that word right. I'll have to look up the pronunciation, practice that. The aestheticism, which is thinking that we've got to live this life of zero pleasure and enjoyment. A lot of like old school religious beliefs, that is not how it's done. Like, you do this or you're going to burn in hell forever. That doesn't seem like a very benevolent, all-loving God, right? And I'm not here to talk about religion or beliefs or anything. I'm talking about being in a state of receptiveness through ease and flow and using how you feel as an emotional tool to guide you to that which you desire. So look to be and choose to be and practice being in a chilled out, relaxed, peaceful state. That's when, and you can do that consistently over and over, that becomes your reality. Not only are you going to be surprised or not surprised when all these things line up for you, it's going to come easy. And at first your ego is going to go, there's no way it can come this easy. But yet you're going to remember this video and go, oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is what Pierce was talking about. I got into this chilled out, peaceful, relaxed state. I was like that for a week. I landed the job of my dreams, or made the biggest sales month of my life, or all of a sudden I met the woman or man of my dreams, or the right situation came in and I found the person I needed in my life to grow my business, the missing piece, because you released all the resistance. You weren't in this like, I gotta make it happen. You were like, it's coming, man. I'm just gonna chill and go to the gym for now, or do some writing, or like, you know, obviously again, some of the pressure, some of the resistance, the work needs to be done. It doesn't mean we just sit there and do nothing. You get into a state of receptivity and listen for the guidance and take the aligned action, and the flow, the manifestation will come in like that. We desire X, but when it comes, we often say no because it doesn't look exactly how we want to. We're trying to control things. So when a situation comes in our life and it's less than desirable, we go, oh, there's no way I'm on the right track. Well, you are, because you're manifesting that to get you on the right track. And when we can surrender in that moment, that's what happens. Our opportunity and growth comes when we learn to accept what is presenting itself and have faith that this is what we need in the moment in order to learn, grow, and attract that which we want. Again, this is difficult when it's painful. So the key is that we've got to learn to surrender, the art of letting go. Well, you'll know you're in a place of surrender, of trust and faith, when you're peaceful, when you're calm. Breathe with me. Exhale, relax. Get some oxygen in your body and your brain. Relax, loosen up. Are you tight physically? That's an indicator. Or are you just chilled out? You're relaxed. Imagine you're on a tropical beach, you're chilling out, you got a little pina colada or whatever, or water or tea, whatever you like to drink, you're just relaxing. Sun is there. That's what you want to be in. That's our practice, to be in that state. That's the receptive state. So how much resistance are you creating in your life? Are you always stressed and tired and anxious and overwhelmed? You're creating a lot of resistance in your life. So what do we need to do? How do we change? We get into a peaceful, relaxing state. We meditate. Take a hot bath, get in a hot tub, go get a massage, do some yoga, go for a hard workout and exercise if that's what you need. Have sex, read a book, chill out, drink some tea, sit by the window in the sun and let it beat down your face. Play with your pet. Do something that makes you joyful, relaxed, peaceful. That's how we shift. That's how we shift and we surrender. The quotes I'll leave you with today, there's just really one. It's from Eckhart Tolle. Always say yes to the present moment. Surrender to what is. Say yes to life and see how life starts suddenly to start working for you rather than against you. So get in that state of peace, of chill, of trust, of calm, of enjoyment. The more we can get in that state, that is an indicator of the amount of resistance you put up. The more you're and you're, I can't do anything, you're creating so much resistance in your life, and it's all the you that's doing it. You know that. It's all in your power. So that's what I got for you today. Love you so much. Let go of the resistance. Get into a peaceful, loving state. Chill. Take some deep breaths. Man, I really need to do some guided meditations. I think that's probably the first thing I'll start doing for our community, is doing some real guided meditations to get us in that state. But I appreciate you, and I really do love you so much, and I appreciate your support. I will talk to you guys soon. See you in another video. Peace.